Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a different kind of video. I want to talk about gift ideas for crafters, for planners, for creative people in your life, and I have a whole range of different kinds of gifts and different ideas, from like a stocking stuffer or a gift for a friend to a really nice gift that's a little bit more expensive. So if you want to hear more about these gifts and why I think that they are awesome, then stay tuned. All right, here we go. So let's start out really simple, a pair of scissors, but not just any scissors. Buying nice scissors for your friends that craft and create, they will appreciate it because scissors mean the world to us. My favorite scissors are these Tonic Studio scissors designed by Tim Holtz. I actually got them in a set of two. I've lost one, so I definitely want to pick up another one. But these are just really comfy with the cushiony handle, which is nice for when you're doing a lot of cutting. They're nice and sharp. They're wonderful. Picking up a nice set of scissors, and these actually come in a really nice looking like gift box. Is wonderful for a friend to send to a friend to just surprise someone with. And I think that they will really appreciate it because it's just a quality item that they'll end up using every single day. I actually received this pair of scissors from one of my subscribers as a surprise in the mail. And it made my day, and I still use them almost every day in my crafting. So first recommendation, a great pair of scissors. Okay, so my next recommendations are these lettering pens. These are brush lettering pens, brush sign pen. I will link them below. These are actually a metallic kind of feel. I love the jewel tone colors. These are so fabulous. I really like them because they make it easy to write in different sizes. It can be really hard to find a brush pen where you can write small. Most brush pens have really soft tips and you can write really big, lovely names, but it's hard to write small. I like these because I can use them in my planner and they will fit within like the space of a planner, which is awesome. I love the colors that these come in. Let me just grab a piece of paper and give you a quick demo. So these come in just beautiful colors. I love them. And they just work really well. I like that the tip is a little bit firmer personally, because that is what allows me to write in a finer area. I have yet to meet a crafter that would not like to work on their lettering, that would not like to improve their lettering. And so giving them some tools to work with is always appreciated. So see how you can actually write pretty small. You can write small and you can also achieve bigger lettering as well. But I have found very few pens that actually allow me to get that small end, which is kind of why I dig these particular pens. These are the ones that I carry with me when I take my planner on the go. I absolutely love them and highly, highly recommend them. So again, these are the brush sign pens. They are from Pentel, and I will definitely link them in the description box below. Next up is another writing utensil that I have on my wish list because you can see my colors are dwindling because I've used these so much. These are the Posca paint pens. Any Posca paint pen will be well appreciated. These are actually pretty thick paint pens. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a finer tip, but you can do a lot with this particular tip. These are Uniball. They're wonderful. They're amazing. They have all the colors. I cannot say enough about these pens, especially if you like art journaling or Bible journaling, because these work well in your Bible and don't bleed through pages. That is amazing. But any colors of the Posca paint pens, they have different sets. I will link below. They are just so great. This is on my Christmas wish list. This is something I want as a stocking stuffer. These are fantabulous. I've had them in other colors, but you can see my white and my black and my yellow. A lot of them I have just used up. These are the ones I have left, so you can see that's why I'm wanting to kind of replenish, but I cannot recommend these paint pens anymore. They're my favorite. I would use Posca paint pens in my art journaling to no end. They are absolutely fabulous. So Posca paint pens, a huge recommendation. I love them. All right, let's talk about something maybe a little bit different. These are some of my favorite watercolors. These are Kuretake watercolors, and I actually received them as a gift years ago as a surprise gift, and I love them. Metallic watercolors are so fun to work with. And the reason I would recommend metallic watercolors, if you have someone that's a creator, they like crafting, they like planning. These can be used in a lot of different ways. These can easily be used in your planner just to add a little extra glitz in the background, and then you can write over the top. They're just fabulous. Kuretake is an amazing watercolor brand. It's not quite all the way up to artist level where they're super expensive. These are much more affordable, but I really appreciate the gleam and the metallic finish in these particular ones. So huge fan. The starry colors, really any watercolor set that is mid-price is nice. Most crafters are not in need of like super fancy watercolors, but having something that's a little bit of a step up from the ones you can pick up at like Target or Walmart, something that's a little bit more elevated is always nice to get. So big fan, Kuretake metallic watercolors. These are perfect to gift someone, and it's something that they might not buy on their own, which is something else that I think about for a gift, something they would want, but maybe don't necessarily feel like they want to purchase on their own. This would be fantastic. All right, so this might look a little bit crazy, but this is probably the product that I get asked about the most on Instagram and on YouTube, and that is this extra large date stamp. This is actually the Studio Calico Mega Date Stamp. It is a little bit of an investment, but it's something that any crafter is going to use over and over and over and over and over again. So this one actually goes all the way up to 20, let's see, is it 2028? Maybe? It goes up pretty high. Maybe 2027, but it's going to last a few years. They'll have updated ones as well. This is just, it's awesome. I purchased this years ago after just kind of drooling over it for a long time when I would see it used online. It's a fabulous date stamp. I use it daily in my planner. When I'm setting up my daily planning pages, I use it in my Bible journaling. I use it in memory keeping. I use it in all kinds of things, and it's just fabulous. It's very hefty. And again, it's one of those splurge items that every crafter would love to have because it really comes in handy, but not everyone wants to pick up on their own just because it is a little bit more pricey, and so it can feel like too much of a splurge. But this way you can treat someone, you can gift it to them, and they will absolutely love it. Love the Mega Date Stamp. It's my favorite. So a big fan of this one. Let me just show you how it works. Let me pull out my scrap of paper. So we will just stamp. It's set on November 28th. I just pull out my stamping pad and stamp it down. And look how cool that is. I always stamp in threes when I do it in Bible journaling, just because that's what I do. I just really like the clarity of this particular stamp. Okay, so my next two things kind of go together because they're both journals. If you know someone that loves planning and loves any kind of journaling, really any creative person is going to appreciate a journal. It can be really hard to buy someone a planner, like from the Happy Planner. In fact, I don't recommend it. Let people pick out their own planners unless you know exactly the planner they want. I would let them pick out their own. However, there are some amazing journals from the Happy Planner. This happens to be my favorite. It's the guided journal. There's a whole variety of guided journals. I will link them below that you can pick up at the Happy Planner. This one is Hello Happy, and you can see I used it a lot last year. It was just a great way to set intentions for the day, to practice gratitude, to just do a big variety of things. I was able to use stickers. I was able to use colors. I was able to use all the things. I very much enjoyed it. I'll be picking up with this one again later in 2023, but it's just a fabulous one. They have some different varieties of these now, and they have different kinds. They have gratitude focused ones. They have ones that help you set goals. There's just all kinds of these guided journals, and these can be helpful when just your standard journaling with a blank page feels like too much, feels overwhelming. These can be helpful in guiding you, as their name says, to do a little bit of journaling, but also it's built in for you, easy coloring, easy to decorate. Big fan of this particular journal. So that is one of the journals I recommend from the Happy Planner. Check out any of their guided journals. And then Archer and Olive is a special treat. This is one that I've been saving. Hopefully in 2023, I will start using this one. This is a dot grid notebook from Archer and Olive. This is a bullet journal style book. So it can be used for a variety of ways. You can create a bullet journal. It can be your planner. It can be where you do prayer journaling. It can be where you do art journaling, because this paper from Archer and Olive, hands down, the best paper you can get in a journal. It's by far my favorite. These are absolutely fabulous. Let me just do a quick flip of one I've used before. So here's an Archer and Olive journal I used for a little bit last year. I did morning journaling in it. I absolutely loved it. You can see I used it a lot and then kind of stopped and started using something a little bit different for my morning journaling. But this is so fun. I'm just a huge fan of the journaling. And so getting someone a really nice journal like from Archer and Olive, again, a little nice splurge, a special treat for someone. They have some beautiful covers that can really, you can find something that reflects the person you're giving it to. This one is designed by Amy Tangerine, one of my favorite creators out there. I don't know that it is in stock anymore. Her stuff usually goes really fast, but there's tons of great journals to choose from in all kinds of sizes. So Archer and Olive, huge recommendation. They have all kinds of fun journaling tools and things over there, but I think a beautiful notebook is just such a wonderful gift to give someone. So highly recommend Archer and Olive. All right, so this might seem a little bit out of left field, but as I was thinking of the top 10 gifts to give crafters, I was trying to think of things people wouldn't necessarily buy on their own. This is a wax melt, a wax seal set, and these are so fun to work with, to play with. However, they are definitely something that not everyone is going to buy on their own. There's all kinds of great sets. You don't have to get something super fancy to get started creating your own wax seals, but this one is a variety of different colors, and then you can see I have the handles, and then you can change out the different seals. I'm gonna link a couple of different sets down below. I don't use this all the time on my channel. However, I do use it some. I use it in my own crafting, and it's just a lot of fun to play with. And again, one of those things that people wouldn't necessarily buy on their own. However, I can guarantee if you give it to someone, they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. This is so fun. Any crafter is gonna love some snail mail, some happy mail, and this is perfect if you're into the happy mail. These are great in your planner. These are great in your Bible journaling. They're just great for so many different things. Huge fan of the wax seals, and getting someone like a little starter set could ignite a special, creative passion in them going into 2023. I love my wax seals, and so I'll definitely link some down below, but they're just fun. They're fun to play with, you guys. They're something that they'll be able to use right away on Christmas Day, kind of experiment with, and I think whoever you gift wax seals, like a wax seal set, is going to be a huge fan. All right, next up, not acrylograph markers, which is what is in here, although I'm a huge fan of acrylograph markers. You can pick them up from Archer and Olive. Those are a fantastic gift as well. But I actually want to talk about this piece of storage. This is from the Container Store. And again, it's one of those splurges that any creative person is going to be able to use, because I guarantee we all have pens and markers and all the writing utensils of all the different kinds, and these are just a fantastic way to store most of our writing tools. So what I love about this particular set, first of all, if you know me, you know that I love clear storage, because being able to see what you have is just huge, but these drawers are really shallow. which is great specifically for pens and markers. And you can hold a bunch in one little set. They're very sleek. They go in easily. They slide out easily. It's a good quality piece, nice thick acrylic because it's from the Container Store. They are just so fantastic. This is my favorite set of clear acrylic drawers that I have in my studio. I have, again, on my personal wish list, one of these to add to my collection because I have all the different markers and writing tools and all the things. So I absolutely love this. I can promise you that anyone that is a planner, that is a creative, that has all the markers and all the pens and all the things, they will get so much use out of this. It's a special splurge, again, that they might not be willing to pick up on their own, but would be delightfully surprised if a good friend or family member purchased that for them. So this is from the Container Store, clear storage. I will link it below. Highly, highly recommend. And again, something else that is on my personal wish list. All right, last but not least, a photo printer. A printer that is specifically for printing out photos, not a tiny one that prints out individual photos. Those are wonderful, but tend to not be the good quality photos that you like to use for memory keeping. This one is perfect. This one is the Epson PictureMate 400. I have had it for 5 or 6 years now. It is still working great. It can print up to a 5x7 down to a 3.5x5. I use it every single week, usually multiple times a week. So I print my own photos at home that I use in memory planning and memory keeping. You can see this one has like been through it. It's dirty. It doesn't like snap shut anymore, but it has held up. So it is a little bit more of an investment. The other popular one that you'll hear about is the Canon Selfie. I've never used that one. I've heard great things about it, but the Epson has done really well for me. I'm a huge, huge fan. I usually just print straight from my phone to the printer. It allows me to stay up on my memory keeping really easily. It allows me to print photos for a whole variety of different projects really easily. You do have to replace the ink every now and then, so that's going to be a cost to just account for. But I think this is just a fabulous present. This can be used in so many ways, and it's helpful just as a mom because oftentimes my kids need pictures for school or projects or whatever, and I can print really nice quality photos for them. And I like that it's on this size. I have not had great experiences printing smaller photos on my regular printer. Yes, you can buy photo paper and sometimes it works well, but this is just easy. They're the exact size I need. You can print to the edge. It's perfect. So the Epson PictureMate PM400, huge fan. And this would be kind of like my top gift. This would be like, you really want to just shower someone in love. You want to surprise them. This would be a fabulous present to give. All right. So those are some of my presents for crafters that I recommend. Again, I kind of went with the theme of things people would love but wouldn't necessarily buy for themselves, because from talking to my husband, he's like, it's really hard to buy you craft things because you end up getting a lot of things you love on your own. So like I pick out my own stickers, I pick out my own paper, I'm going to pick out my own ephemera and paper pieces and all of that business. I'm going to pick out what I want. But if you're wanting to surprise someone with something that they will love and appreciate, these are going to work because these are things they're going to love that they might not necessarily have on their own. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know what your top either top things on your personal wish list or top things you love to gift other crafters. I would love to know in the comments below because I think it's a great place to share all of those ideas so that if you're looking for more ideas, you can just check out the comments, hit like on the ones you like so that we'll start to see which ones are kind of more popular. It'll help all of us out as we are shopping for our friends and family and kind of setting up our own personal gift lists this year. Like I said before, I will link everything down below. A lot of those will be affiliate links, not all of them, but a lot of them. I really appreciate when you're able to shop affiliate links. It doesn't cost you anymore, but it does go a long way towards supporting this channel. So if you're able to, thank you for clicking those links. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you guys so much for your support. We're having a fabulous time over on Patreon. If you want to join the fun, then make sure to check out the link for Patreon in the description box below. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.